Hey, this is David. I'm here to do the next segment of Meet the Team. We're meeting the next member of Team River Watch, who's participating in the Virginia Special Olympics Polar Plunge at Tim's River Shore Restaurant on February 23rd. Today's segment is going to be a little different than the other ones. This team member was not able to join us in the studio today, but that did not deter us, and we're going to go and do a remote shot interview. Hello, are you there? Hey, yeah, thank you so much for having me here. I am actually out here at Tim's River Shore and I am preparing for the polar plunge. I'm just doing a little bit of reconnaissance to make sure I do a good job, checking the water temperature. Right now, showing 36 degrees, so that's pretty good. Just looking around, getting a little lay of the land, and looking forward to having a good time later. Great, and you can hear me okay? Is this your first polar plunge? This is actually not my first plunge. I did one a few years ago. We were Team Honey Badger, and that was pretty successful. There were 3 of us. We raised $4,000 for the Special Olympics. We're nowhere near there with our team right now, with Team River Watch, but we hope to get a little bit more money before the day of the event. Can you tell us what it's like to participate in a polar plunge? I'll tell you, it's very fun participating in one. Everybody's hyped up. Everybody's here for a good time. Having it here at Tim's River Shore on the river. They've got good food going, good drinks going. Live bands are going to be playing. When you're out here, you don't want to just jump into the water. You want to make a little bit of an event of it, so you get all dressed up. And so it's going to be great seeing so many different costumes and themes going. And it's just going to be an exciting day. The whole plunge itself is only going to be about maybe 1 or 2 minutes in the water time. The rest of that time is going to be drying off and eating some seafood and drinking some beers. Have you been preparing in any way? The only way I've been preparing is just kind of coming out where it's cold, walking around in my skivvies out in the woods, as you guys know. I'm not going to do that again, so I don't want to worry anybody with that. That does sound pretty interesting. Tell me, do the spectators have a fun time watching? The spectators have a blast coming out. They might not go in the water, but they're cheering on their friends and family that are doing this. Even if you don't know anybody who's doing this, it's always fun to watch the crazy people jump into the water. The second time I came out for a polar plunge, it was just to watch. And so I've participated in one, and then I've come out and watched one, and both occasions I had a great time. So come on out and watch and support us. How did you pick your team? I actually didn't pick my team. I just wanted to come and be a spectator again this year. And I had told a couple of friends to see if they wanted to come and watch with me. And they're like, well, what is this all about? And I told them, and they said, well, we'll form a team. And so it just kind of started from there. Being that I work with most of them, we picked the theme of River Watch, which is a play off of Baywatch. So our theme is going to be a lot of slow motion running, whistle blowing, and wearing our red and white bathing suits and hitting that water. And how much money has your team raised so far? Well, as I mentioned earlier, we've raised $500 so far, which is our team goal. We actually exceeded it yesterday, which is fantastic. We do hope to get a little bit more before the day of the event. In earlier segments, we saw that each team member had a certain word to describe each of the other team members. The words that you received were crazy and cool. Can you tell us one word that describes each of the other team members? Okay. So Hannah, she is definitely feisty. For her small size, she has the heart of a lion and the spirit of a honey badger. For Danny, Hannah's boyfriend, I'd have to say extroverted. He is very comfortable being in the limelight. I mean, he's a musician itself, but he's just out there, and he's going to want to have a good time, and he's not going to be shy about doing it. And then we've got Max, who's also on a team. One word for him would be awesome. Max is like just one of these guys that everybody loves. He's just like well-rounded, level-headed, all-around good-natured guy to have on the team, and so happy to have him. Tell us a little bit more about the venue, Tim's River Shore. What is that? Okay. Well, I mentioned we're at Tim's River Shore, which is right here in Dumfries. I actually come here a lot, but normally not in the middle of winter. Usually I'm here in the summertime, and I'll eat out on the decks. You can see that there's a beach in the background. They have fires and cookouts. but they also have people coming by boat. It's actually easier to get here by boat than it is to drive here. It's a crazy drive into the to the restaurant, but they serve great seafood. I always get the snow crab legs, and wash it down with some beer and also some hush puppies. Hate to say, but you're the oldest person on the team. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage? You know, I might be the oldest person on the team, but definitely probably the youngest at heart. You'll still catch me doing any kind of crazy fun thing for my birthdays or just for a good cause or whatever. So I think the advantage is that my spirit is young. The disadvantage is, you know, I'll probably be slower, but with the theme of running slow, works out great. Do you have a motto or a creed that you live by? The motto that I go by is do what you can when you can. So if you're ever in a position to see somebody else that you can help and it's in your capability, go ahead and do it. Would you like to give any special shout outs to anyone at home that might be watching? I do. There's somebody who's starting a special new chapter in their life today. They're actually hitting the road and going to be starting something that's both new and old to them. And so I want to wish them luck. And if they get the chance to talk about or see any real live grass, definitely take the time and stop and run your toes through those. Okay, thanks for having me.